सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। When we approach a master, a guru, what is it that makes them so special that we have to approach them, surrender ourselves and learn from them? So the following shloka, the 7th one in our Guru Stotram, it describes as to how or where this master stands. It's not like the ordinary experts in their individual fields, because in the ordinary individual fields the experts learn about physics, they become physicists. When they learn about or research about geology, they become geologists. But here in this knowledge, when they spend their entire life, energy and resources, it is not that they just know about it, but they become one with that supreme that they are researching on. Hence, you will see that that supreme starts reflecting and radiating from every single activity and interaction of this master. So the next shloka, the 7th one says, Chaitanya Shashvata Shantaha Vyomatito Niranjanaha Bindunadakalatiitaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai, to such Guru, Gurave Namaha, humble prostrations from all the seekers. Which kind of Guru? The one, Chaitanyaha, the one who is in the absolute state of consciousness or awarefulness. What is the difference between a master and us? Do they not do the same normal things that we all do? Yes, they definitely do the same normal things. They eat, they sleep, they probably do exercises. They do everything the same way as we do. But the difference is, whenever they are doing whatever they are doing, their entire personality of body, mind and intellect is so integrated that it is in tune with that present moment, and they are shining forth as the presence in the form of awareness. Whether it is just the body movement, a bodily interaction, or the emotional interaction or the intellectual interaction, every single movement is awarefully expressed. That awareness is called Chaitanya. Now, awareness need not be or should not be misunderstood as I am aware of my surroundings. I am aware of the watch on my hand. I am aware of the recording medium. I am aware of something. But here the awareness itself does not go through the medium, the intermediary processes of mind and intellect, but it is awareful of itself, and it does not require the medium of mind or intellect to cognize of its own state of awareness, because the nature of this consciousness, the word consciousness means that they are aware. Awareness alone comes down through the body, mind and intellect. Chaitanya, that which is enlivened as though by this conscious principle is all impermanent, but that one enlivening factor is called Shashvataha. Shashvataha, that which is permanent or changeless. Shva is tomorrow. Shashvataha is that which remains the past, present and future as a changeless medium, as a changeless substratum. Chaitanya Shashvataha. And how are they? Shantaha. This is one beautiful method to know if you are sitting in front of your Sadguru. that the moment you sit in front of your Sadguru, there may be various other gurus, but the Sadguru is the one in whose presence all my agitations, all my disturbances, every single sorrow, misery is as though for a change, for a moment, has all been wiped out, because their presence of peacefulness is so powerful that it just consumes us from all sides, that nothing else distracts us or disturbs us in their presence. In fact, it is their peacefulness that just trickles down into our being, and we feel the peace in their presence. It's because of the intensity of peace that they exist in. Shantaha. Vyomatitaha. Now, in the Vedantic language, subtler than the subtlest is explained as Akashatita, Gaganatita, or Vyomatita. They all mean the same, because this entire universe is made of 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. Earth is the grossest. Subtler than the earth is the water. Subtler than water is fire. Subtler than fire is air. And subtler than air is the space. Subtlest, that which is subtler than the subtlest, subtler than the space, is the Supreme. That Supreme in whose presence this subtlest aspect of space also is cognized, that Supreme is my Guru in my own life. Vyomatitaha. Niranjanaha. Niranjanaha, no blemishes, no unnecessary black marks or spots. Niranjanaha is being pure. That state of purity which does not get contaminated because of the presence of polarities of raga, dvesha, sukha, dukkha, shita, ushna, mana, avamana. These are the polarities which play on the substratum of this purity. That state of purity which is beyond duality, Niranjanaha. And Bindu Nada Kalatitaha. The entire world of forms converges back into its seed form. So, Kala is all the forms, and they are from the seed, Bindu. And that Bindu, or any form for that matter, is cognized with its name. Form and name go hand in hand. The moment you take for example, if I say an orange, what comes into our mind is the color, is the fruit, is the roundness, is the smell, is the taste. All these various attributes of that particular fruit called orange comes into our mind the moment I utter the word. Similarly, if I take a shape, we associate that shape with a name. So, the entire world of plurality is nothing but Bindu, Nada, and Kala, and this consciousness is beyond Bindu, Nada, and Kala, that substratum on which all these forms takes various shapes. Now, to such a master who is the very form of consciousness and awareness, is walking through in our day-to-day life, walking with us to guide us, being with us, to such master and his compassion, we bow down again and again out of surrender, out of Shraddha, out of complete reverence. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Now, in the next shloka, we see as to what is the beauty of that status that they are living in. Now, staying in that status of Supreme, does this master really relate to us? That we will see in our next shloka. Until then, Hari Om.